What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to properly set up the charging system on your Tacoma. That way you can properly charge your AGM battery to its full capacity. And one thing I just want to let you guys know, this is not my original idea. This is something I read on Tacomaworld. I'll go ahead and link all of that in the description so you can go ahead and read it for yourself. I just wanted to put it in video form because some people learn better or like to follow things easier through video rather than reading. Alright, so there's a few things we need to accomplish this. The main one being this diode from General Motors. There's the part number right there. You can go ahead and write that down. And this diode is actually going to be put into our charging circuit, which is going to trick the charging circuit into thinking that we're charging about a volt less than it's actually being charged. So overall, this is going to jump charging system up about a half a volt, which will result in our AGM battery being fully charged, which will end up a resting voltage of about 13 volts. The other things we're going to need are some fuse taps. Now these are just two different brands just because they were out of stock. So I ended up with two different brands, no big deal. That's going to be for our micro little mini fuses like Toyota uses, so they look like that. The whole point in adding these into the equation is we're going to keep that circuit fused. If we were to just replace our fuse with that diode, that circuit is no longer fused and is no longer safe. So by doing it this way, we will be able to keep our fuse in our circuit and keep it safe. Alright, so under the hood here, I'm running a Northstar Group 27 AGM battery, and I have been for a few years without having doing this mod, and it still lasts way longer than a regular battery, but this mod is going to help charge this battery to its full capacity and help prolong the life of it. An undercharged AGM battery can actually sulfate and end up inhibiting its performance and also its lifespan. If you want to see all the details on the setup I got here, I have a full video kind of detailing my fuse panel and all that stuff, and I will go ahead and put that up on the screen for you in a little card. Looking at our fuse panel cover here, our Alt S circuit, the 7.5 amp fuse, is the circuit that we're going to be modifying, and then we are actually going to be getting our new power from this circuit right here, and I'll show you what that looks like actually on the fuse block itself. So looking at our fuse panel from the driver's side here, there's our 7.5 amp fuse, and then our new power is actually going to come from right there. Alright guys, I hope you can hear me pretty good over the sound of the engine, but as our baseline, our charging voltage is 14 volt, completely normal for a regular charging system, and we're looking to bump that up with this modification that we're going to do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and remove Alt S circuit fuse. Went ahead and plugged our diode into one of our fuse taps. Go ahead and verify you have your diode plugged in the correct way. If you have it reversed, it's not going to work. So go ahead and have the arrow that you see there pointing away from the wire. So that's going to go ahead and plug right where that fuse used to be. Next, you take the alternator fuse you took out and put it in the top slot of your second fuse tap. And then we're going to go ahead and plug it in right here, which is our source of voltage. And then now what you're going to do is we're going to end up trimming the length of these up. So basically route it in a way that's nice and neat. You can make some marks, cut your wires, and then we're going to end up joining these two wires together. I use one of those weather pack connectors. So you basically crimp it and then heat it up and it completely seals it. And then it's just as simple as plugging it in. Alright, so now that we got our diode in our circuit, we'll go ahead and take a voltage reading, and we are at 14.5 volts, so jumped up our charging rate by a half a volt. Alright guys, so it's as simple as that. One thing I do want to say is if you have a 2016 up Tacoma, you cannot do this modification. Your voltage is regulated by the ECU, and it will require you to get a tune of some sort like OV tune, and then from there they can make adjustments to your voltage parameters. Alright guys, so that's it. Super simple and cheap and effective modification for your truck, and something you should really do if you have an AGM battery. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.